Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your host with the most, the Collective Detective, because my methods are effective, and I'm making a correction in the direction of my erection. I am nicer than a splicer, but I'm still part of the Dirty Horde, and tonight, we're going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 3, at least the campaign. Now, before I continue, I want to just get this off my chest, and, for the record, I think the campaign is very interesting. It's very well done. It's got 4-player co-op, which is awesome. I really love that, even though I have yet to play with anybody, or anybody's yet to play with me. But it's a great option to have if you have friends. So, zombie mode is great. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't include, like, one of the previous classic maps, but it's good. It's entertaining. I don't want to get into it yet because I know it's going to get addictive. I just want to get the campaign over with, which brings me to the point of this video, which is reality difficulty in the campaign. Is it called reality difficulty? Is it? Realistic difficulty. Now, under normal circumstances, I can't get my point across, but that's why I brought my Mask of Intelligence, which I don't know if you've seen it. But, it might not seem very useful to you guys, but the people here just can't get enough of it. So, and it's a great, it adds, it boosts, 10 points to my intelligence, 8 to my charisma, and it does also have a certain side effect. It, just causes random bursts of horniness every now and then. But it's very rare. I've never really. So let me just put this on then. I want to make sure I set this up correctly. There. Okay. I swear, that's the mask. Now, when it comes to challenges, realistic difficulty is not a challenge. It is basically difficult for the sake of being difficult. A challenge is something monumental. Climbing Everest, Mount Everest, is a fucking challenge. Now, compared to, a challenge of climbing Mount Everest, well, this game sort of, to illustrate my point, let's say I decided to take this giant cock and just shove it up my ass. That's not a fucking challenge. In fact, that would prove very much painful for me, and it would serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever in terms of my personal growth and satisfaction. That is what realistic difficulty feels like. It is difficult for the sake of being difficult. There are shots that the enemy AI has made that are completely impossible. Imagine how impossible they are, that I still haven't turned the corner in a hallway, and already, as I'm running towards it, there is a bullet with my name on it coming from the other hallway to meet me in between. That makes no fucking sense. Now, this doesn't, it doesn't help the game at all that, people always bitched about Call of Duty that it has a checkpoint for everything you do. Like you crouch and checkpoint updated. You run and checkpoint updated. You fucking stare at a wall and checkpoint is updated. This game has no fucking checkpoints. And that frustrates the shit out of me because this thing could be a little bit more lenient, and it would make kind of more sense if all those checkpoints that Call of Duty was so famous for were available. But they're not. You are stuck, killing everybody around in an area just to miss one guy who was just sitting in a corner somewhere, and he hits you with your fucking magic bullet. And you gotta do it all over again. And believe me, I've had some problems with that. Anyway, on my second point on this whole thing, realistic difficulty, because it might not be as bad in other difficulties, but in realistic difficulty, the checkpoints would matter. And my next point, the AI, your co-op partners, in terms of AI, they don't do shit. I mean, I remember the days when Captain Price would just charge the fucking field and take his fucking, weird beard and stupid hat and just march on through and would kill everybody in sight. You would actually be hoping he would do that. In this game, the guy is completely opposite. He just sits there. Everybody's shooting at me. Shooting at me. He's right there. I'm over there, like, trying to grab some cheap way of, sniping somebody, and they're shooting me. That's, and that pisses me off. That pisses me the fuck off that the friendly AI doesn't do shit. Now, this is more, and this one's more like a, a personal thing. I kind of thought it was like, wow, why did that change? In this game, and I haven't noticed if any previous Call of Duties, recent Call of Duties have had it, but in this game, when you get killed, and believe me, in my case, that is a lot, you have absolutely no explanation on how you were killed. And I know what you're thinking, like, why would that matter? And I'll tell you why it would matter. Because if it was like previous Call of Duty, when you got killed by a grenade, it would be on the screen, like, killed by a grenade. And you'd be like, oh, okay, I gotta watch out for that shit next time, don't you think? But in this game, you don't fucking see, you don't know what killed you. And there's nothing more that pisses me off than bad shit happening to me. But even worse is that bad shit happening to you with no fucking explanation. And that pisses me the fuck off even more. Because I remember the old Call of Duty, you would get killed by an exploding car, a grenade, or something like that. And then they would put like some, fucking quote by some random dude that I probably heard about in high school history. But at least it sort of like made you feel like, oh, I gotta watch out for that next time. You kind of lesson learned. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? And what the fuck is with those icons next to the enemy HUDs when you target? What do they mean? The game goes nowhere. Explain to you what the fuck does that mean? I just thought it was like the enemy's personal design of some kind of logo or whatever. Because that's what it looks like. They don't show it, they don't tell me, or maybe they did, and I was watching Netflix, and okay, let's forget about that one. And my last point, unless I can think of something else, for all the technology that is supposedly available, from Ghosts to Advanced Warfare to now Black Ops 3, there is no fucking radar. There is no UAV. You don't know who's around you. You don't know how far they are. And I get it, the whole HUD of the enemy, it's good, but it doesn't always help, because those random magic bullets, sometimes they don't exactly come from the guy that's next to you. And I'll post some videos later about that. You got to see my walkthrough about that game. It's the guy that's behind that car, that's behind a crate, that's behind a mountain, that's behind some post. That's the magic bullet that fucking gets to you. Now, I think I've ranted on enough. But that's, woo! I wanted to get that off my chest. I have got to hurry because my friend that's a male is picking me up and I have to get to shower. Anyway, but I just wanted to get that across because otherwise, the game is pretty fun. I just wish I wouldn't be interrupted constantly between the campaign because I die. And you might be wondering, oh, well, why don't you play it on easy difficulty? Well, you know what? Because only a gutless fucking coward plays it on easy difficulty. The real gamers, they go for the hardcore shit. That's why. Anyway, this is Rickahoff X1, signing off.